since I was in school, elementary school, middle school, all growing up basically, I have always struggled with the way that my face looked, the way that my height has been, the way that I always wore glasses.
During high school, I wanted to be a cheerleader. Yeah! I knew all the routines. I practiced, signed up to get ready to go out to audition. But the problem was I was ready, but my mind wasn't ready.
I always thought I was too skinny. I used to get compliments, oh, you're like a stick bug. And I mean, I know it's good to be thin, but I always felt like I was too thin. So, I mean, there's both sides of it. You might think you're fat, you might think you're too skinny.
I've always gotten kind of picked on by wearing glasses. Nobody else. It wasn't very common when I was growing up, but I've always struggled with feeling like I was good enough, feeling like I'm beautiful just the way I am. There's always little things that I've always picked about myself that I just didn't like, and things that I actually can't change.
So I did all that work and got prepared, but my confidence wouldn't let me go out and audition for being a cheerleader.
For example, my nose, I never grew up liking my nose because it's very different than the rest of the other girls. It's arched. You don't really see that in the industry, on TV, in magazines, anything. So that's always something that I've struggled with.
My name is Kennedy Fusey. I am a model and a talent scout for my agency. And today has been a fantastic day. It's been tons of fun. Really made me feel beautiful.
My name is Kathy Blaze Jefferson. I'm a working actress, working model, and I'm the founder of Blazing Curves, which is a modeling company for plus-size models and actresses. I was totally excited about being a part of this Women Empowerment PSA for Active Intimates because that is what I walk and I breathe.
My name is Caple. I am a talent scout for an agency, and I also do modeling. And when I found out that I was going to be part of this photo shoot for women empowerment, I thought it was really cool because I haven't always been confident myself, so I thought it was really interesting to work with women of all different shapes, sizes. I was really excited.
My name is Emillio. I am a fashion model, beauty model, aspiring high fashion runway model, and I'm also a studio artist.
When they told me I was going to be a part of a Women Empowerment PSA, I thought that was pretty cool. It's something that I think I kind of always would want to be a part of, at least. I'm all about like building confidence in people. It's a big part of my job, so I think just showing people that I can be confident maybe would show them that they can be the same way.
My relationship with Active Intimates goes back to the point where they were getting ready for production and they were doing fittings for their designs. Actually, the one that I'm wearing here today, this is one that I was fitted for when they were getting it ready for production.
The shoot that we're doing today is based on women empowerment, confidence in women. I think that's really amazing. I'm honored to be a part of that. That's something that I've never been a part of before.
I mean, of course you always are a little nervous. Like I prep myself to just be excited though and have fun with it and, you know, kind of let those nerves just roll off.
And so that's one thing that I love about having the opportunity to work with Active Intimates is that that's what, for me, their brand represents, because they're bringing out, showing I'm here for the everyday woman, a woman with curves. So it's okay for Kathy to wear my lingerie and show the world that she's beautiful and she's confident. So that's one thing that I love about their brand.
people have been speaking more about how the way women look in the industry, plus size models, women of color, even people who have different unique features such as my nose. A lot of people have been being more open to the diversity into the industry.
Well, as I got older, I know it got easier to be more confident, but I think what kind of helped me was family encouraged me to get into modeling. So once I kind of got into modeling, I think that really helped too. I used to be very shy, very confident, but being in front of the camera all the time, I kind of learned how to be confident because people wanted me in front of the camera, so that really helped.
Being, not the traditional fashion model, I think it's really cool because I feel like I can kind of show other people that they could just be like me in the future.
Finding something that I love, such as modeling, that really helped to better myself and become more confident. The more I was in front of the camera, the easier it got, and I said, okay, this is kind of fun. Like, this is something I really like to do. I'm going to continue this because I love it, and it helps with confidence.
If you want something and you put your mind to it, and it all depends on what you put in on what you're going to get out of something. So it's always something that I've really enjoyed doing, and I hope I can show other girls out there that they can do the same thing.
Well, when I started my company, I started it in 2008, and that was because that was when I started being a plus size model. And there wasn't any jobs here for plus size models in Arizona. So that's when I said, you know what, forget that, I'm just gonna do it myself. And that's when I started creating events for myself and inviting designers in to be a part of my shows. I have to say that for me and for a lot of women that I work with, the meaning has changed. Because when I initially started, I always tell people for selfish reasons because I wanted to model and I wanted to do this for me. But there came a point where I had mothers and fathers contacted me saying, well, my child is being bullied in school, or fathers saying, I've seen your pictures, can you help my wife with dressing that way, being a little bit more confident? So for me, it's changed. It's more about helping women build their confidence and their self-esteem, bringing awareness to bullying. And bullying, when we think of bullying, we usually think about children being bullied in school. But if you look at social media, adults are being bullied every day on social media. And we don't even look at it. We may like it or laugh out loud about it, but you have to realize there's someone else on the other side of that comment that they're really talking about that's probably hurting somewhere. So for me, it's changed. It's about fashion because that's my platform, but it's more about building confidence, self-esteem, and bringing awareness to bullying and size discrimination.
So I think that when I was finding more about myself was when I was in high school, because I had slowly stopped caring what people had thought about me. I had realized that I liked the way that I am and who I was becoming, and I liked the way that I perceive myself, the way that I come off as to other people. And I think the more that I realize that, the more that I love myself is when I grow to be more confident in myself and to love myself and to look at myself like that I have finally accepted myself as who I am.
For me, my confidence issues, I go way back to age 5. I remember that, being bullied at age 5. So all the time that I wasted, not doing, as I said, being stuck in a box because I was afraid to face the world because I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel like I looked like the next person. I mean, if I could have went back, for me, the sky could have been the limit back then. All the things I missed out of because I was doubting myself and not feeling beautiful.
I would say my advice to my past self would just be, no, you have to love yourself before you can let anybody come in and love you. It's really all about loving yourself, being confident in yourself, and you just have to have that mindset going into things, and don't let what other people may say or think bother you.
Well, that's what we were here today is in regards to women empowerment. this is all about empowering people to love themselves, because we can't control how another person feels about us, our body, our looks, our skin color, our hair. We can't control how you might, you may not like my hair, but I can't control that. I have to love myself enough to say, doesn't matter what this person thinks. So that's why we bring a diverse, with any event that I do, you will see my shows are always diverse. Diverse in size, diverse in skin color, diverse in hair texture. I believe in encompassing all that so that we're showing our young ladies, our elderly women, and in age, let me not forget age, and in age. I think my eldest lady that I had on my show was like 60, in her 60s. My youngest was 8. So I believe in including all those facets so that we're showing that we're all beautiful. And for me, that's empowerment.
Well, like we said, be confident. Confident is key. But I think also they need to start today. If you're not very confident in yourself, start believing in yourself. Don't listen to any of those negative comments that you might hear as you walk past someone. If anybody has something not nice to say, just don't listen to it. Just be yourself, confident, give yourself a challenge.
We are all about women empowerment. It's at the core, really, of what we do. We might not always call it that, but that's what it is. Because we design clothes or lingerie for women to feel confident, comfortable. We like to say that she's in control. Because when you put on a playlet, for example, or lingerie, you are taking control. You're putting on a garment that you don't have to take off, and you're uninhibited, and the sky's the limit. So you are, that's the definition of empowerment.
When I first heard about Activ Intimates, I looked them up on Instagram. I heard that they were with Phoenix Fashion Week, so I was interested to see what kind of designs that they had done in the past and doing in the current future. So I was very excited to see what type of clothing that I would be wearing today, and I'm actually very impressed with what they have to offer for me. Not only is it comfortable, but it makes me feel like I'm me and I'm sexy, but also that I'm not revealing too much.
I personally think these garments are gorgeous. I love the details and they're really comfortable. But I like this little jacket. It shows that you can kind of cover up and be a little more modest, yet sexy at the same time. And even without the jacket, it's a very sexy outfit. I do enjoy wearing it.
I love the garments. First of all, they're comfortable. And again, as I stated, I was in on, they had brought me in to be fitted when they were designing it. So I was able to give some input on sizing for a curvy woman. And I can tell you, for me, I'm not tugging on anything. I'm not pulling anything down. I'm not feeling like things are going to pop out, because it was built for my body structure, or for a full figured body structure. So I think they're on the right track of what should have been done a long time ago for getting these out for plus size women. And I really applaud them as designers for taking that stuff, because I've heard designers say, I don't know how to design for plus size women. I'm like, how do you, it's just extra material, ain't it? But you know what, I know it's a little bit harder than that, but they took that step and they went there, and I applaud them for that.
I love them. The one she put me in, it fits really comfortably. It's tight. I was a little nervous at first because it was strapless, but they put in a very nice like sticky band so it stays up, and it fits. It's very form-fitting. And then when they gave us this little like overcoat thing, it makes you feel a little more modest, not as sexy. So I don't know, I love it. The details, the little beads they have along the sleeves, I think they're beautiful.
My confidence was based around what I thought about myself and what other people thought about me. I was never the pretty one in the school. No one ever approached me as if I were. I was never the popular one in school. I was always quiet, I was shy, I was to myself. But the more that I grew up, the more that I had realized what people had found attractive, what the media finds attractive, what I find attractive. I had found that it's all different. People all think different things. I would think different about myself and what other people would think. And
we've lived in a world for so long where they've judged and told us what a woman should wear and what a woman should not wear. It feels great to be able to put on something like this and feel confident and to stand here in front of you with it on.
As a designer, it was super exciting to see our designs that started here. It's always thrilling to me to see those designs on a model or a customer but today on models. It was thrilling to see the different sizes and shapes in the lingerie, and I already mentioned it, but to hear the reactions. Oh, it feels soft, or it feels comfortable. That's always a highlight for a designer.
I used to be kind of self-conscious because I was really thin, but being yourself and being confident, I might not have the perfect size hips or perfect size whatever, but being confident in yourself is all you need.
We model what we see. Okay, we can say that walking in a room with another woman and then being judgmental towards another person, it may be because that's all they've ever seen or been told, but to get to know someone that's different than them, that is such a great benefit for them. If I walk into a room with these three women and I am an insecure person, I'm not going to be comfortable at all with them being smaller than myself, wearing something like this. But as a confident woman that's used to wearing lingerie, and I know I look good, I don't have any problems walking into a room with these three ladies wearing the same thing that they're wearing, because I'm very confident in myself. But there's a lot of women out there that's not. So someone like me showing them that it's okay, that may help to build up their confidence as well.
I say start today. Like if you're not confident in yourself right now, well, start today. Be confident.
Most people say, you know what, I'm gonna lose weight and in 6 months I'm going to wear that dress. Start doing it today.
Yeah.
Why wait 6 months down the line to start loving yourself? Start loving yourself today.
yeah, and only you can change yourself.
Yeah. You have to love yourself before anybody else can, before you can allow somebody else to love you. You have to love yourself for sure.
Standing up for the women in your life too is also a big thing, whether they're getting bullied or getting caught on the street. Even if they're just walking to their car at night, it's always a big important thing to do, even to just walk someone to their car, because there's always going to be something. There might be a fear that women have. There might be like the insecurities that women have as well. So
I'd like to add a touch on that. Instead of just the women in your life, women in general. Let's
Yeah,
look at
stick together.
Sticking together and supporting all women.
yeah, where it definitely can make a woman feel a lot better about herself, even throughout the day, even throughout their whole life, is complimenting something about their personality, who they are inside.
Exactly.
You know, most of the time women buy lingerie for themselves to feel beautiful, but then on the other hand, a lot of times they buy it for their partner, their husband. So our partners need to be appreciative of that, that we're going the extra miles to do all this for them.
I was struck first off by the fact that these four very different women were all talking about women empowerment in the way that they were. There were some similarities, which I didn't expect. Also, they were each one of them unique, but to hear them talking, and they, to me, look very young, and then to hear these, powerful stories come out of these young women was moving to me. I enjoyed it very much. It was a highlight of today.
You can come together like this with women, different backgrounds, the designers, and start to have this conversation about women being empowered and women feeling confident. That really means a lot to us, because that's why, that's really why we decided to design lingerie.
So we're just getting started, but our vision for Activ Intimates is, yes, of course, we'll be selling lingerie, but we also want to start a conversation around things that are important to women. And in the context of Activ Intimates, we'll be talking about sexual health, health in women. A lot of things can come up that women don't necessarily talk to each other about. So we want to open that conversation. That goes into women's empowerment as well. Because the more that you're informed, the more that you're able to share with other women, the more empowered you are.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us. I think even for us too, we can start today. I know we're all women, we're all confident, but not always.
Everybody has
We
some
might have some insecurities, so I think even we should start today. Those insecurities, let's just forget about those and
Right.
be even more confident.
Well, this is a start.
Yes.
Today is the start. Today's the day.
Just fell in love again. Looking at you in your mother's hands. That made me feel like another man. I promise I'll protect you from the suffering. I've been walking in the snow, searching through the night. Little did I know that you would be that light. Like an angel, you felt